Hello everyone. So today I'm going to make lemon lime and almond loaf. I don't think I've made it before, so I'm gonna give it a go today. For that we need all these ingredients. I'm just gonna tell you. So I have 120 grams of self-raising flour. I have 170 grams of unsalted butter. I have 170 grams of caster sugar. I've also got 60 grams of almond grounds, about 5 tablespoons of semi-skimmed milk. You can use full-fat milk if you need, or if you don't have the semi-skimmed. I also have 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, and you would also need 2 eggs. And on this side, I have split 2 bowls with icing sugar. So I've got 45 grams of icing sugar, which we need for drizzling with 1 lemon juice. And I've got about 45 grams of icing sugar, which I need to use for icing at the end of the recipe. And in that we will use half of the lime for lime juice and half is the lemon. Before I start mixing all my ingredients, I'm gonna turn my oven on 180. So I'm just gonna do that now. By the time I mix all the ingredients, it should be preheated and ready to do. So I'm gonna mix my butter. I think I need a spatula. Okay, I'm going to put the butter and sugar. I also gonna add the almond ground and baking powder, and I'm gonna put 2 eggs. Oops. And okay. And I'm also going to put this milk in. I'm gonna leave about 1 tablespoon just in case. I don't want my batter to be too runny. So I'm just gonna mix it first and then going to use my beater and beat all this together. So, right, so before I do that, I'm going to add the lemon and lime zest. That's good as well. And I'm going to start mixing, and if I need more milk, I can add more milk. So here we go. Done, the batter is all ready. If I haven't mentioned before, we need a loaf tin. I've got this quite small, a very cute one here. I've already lined it with greaseproof paper. I'm going to try and pour all this batter into my tin, and we're going to bake it for about 25 minutes on 180 degrees. So I'm going to put clean it before you put it in the oven. So this is how it looks. It's already, excuse my dirty hands, that's all ready to go in the oven. Okay, so while my cake is in the oven, I'm gonna make the drizzle. So I'm gonna pour juice of 1 lemon in the saucepan, and I'm gonna put about 45 grams of icing sugar. Just gonna bring that to boil. Okay, so I've baked the cake for about 30 minutes or so. It looks probably done, but I need to just poke this thing in just to see. If it comes out clean, that means it's done. But if it's got some sort of liquidy thing, so sides are definitely done. Middle. So I think in the middle, just this bit, I feel it need to be in the oven for another maybe 5 minutes or so. So I'm just gonna, it needs to come out clean. So I'm gonna put it back in the oven for another 5 minutes. So guys, if you've got not fan assisted oven, then you should bake it for at least 40 to 45 minutes on 180 degrees. So I'm gonna put it back in the oven. Okay guys, so it's all done. I can touch and it's quite springy. I'm gonna try and insert this skewer just to see if it comes out clean, to make sure it's done, and it's definitely done. Yeah, now we move on to the next step. So if you remember, I did melt the icing sugar and lemon juice. So I'm just gonna drizzle over it. I'm gonna take this out, put it on the cooling rack first, and I'll show you if I can take it out. Okay. Okay, it's getting hot. Get rid of the plate. So this is how it is. I'm gonna poke some more. I'm gonna make some holes, and you make sure you put this syrup on when the cake is really warm, because if you do it on when it's cooled down, then it won't go inside. And we want to make sure that it covers the whole cake and it nicely absorbs, and it will give you that lemony, very tangy flavor. So this is that. I'm gonna let it cool down for about 5 minutes or so, and then I'll show you the next step, which will be just mixing the icing sugar with lime juice and some lemon and lime zest. Okay, see you in a bit. It's cooling down. I'm gonna make the icing. So I've got about 5 tablespoons of icing sugar and half lemon and lime juice, and I also have some zest in there. So I'm just gonna mix it together and make a little paste. Okay, so this is how it looks. I think it's cooled down properly. I'm going to drizzle this. Okay, so this is how the cake looks now after I've cut into small slices. You can see the drizzle has gone into the sponge, and it looks really nice and moist. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.